The message after the tone.
Yo, 148, 3 to the 3 to the 6 to the 9, representing the ABQ. What up, biatch? Leave it at the tone.
Chemistry is the study of matter, but I prefer to see it as the study of change.
Mr. White. Mr. White? You understood what I've just said to you.
Yeah. Lung cancer. Inoperable. DEA took all your money, your lab. You got nothing. Square one. But you know the business. And I know the chemistry.
Now, normally I'd say someone did the world a favor. But our snitch's car, turns out we find 2 grams of meth in it.
Where'd you get this? 'Cause I know your little punk ass didn't cook it.
We take it to the lab. They come back, they tell us it is the purest they've ever seen.
99.1%.
I mean, our chemist is blown away, said he couldn't do the same thing better. Worse yet, it didn't come out of some super lab in Mexico. We're thinking this was cooked right here in the land of enchantment. The car was abandoned in what appears to be a cook site. This is the only other thing left behind, so be on notice. We got new players in town.
Walt and Jessie are reaping what they sow in trying to service Tuco's harsh hospitality.
I understand.
Ouch! Wait for me!
Meanwhile, Hank's search for Jessie turns out to be a search for Walt. Again, Walt's greed in fulfilling his rags to riches story come very close at having him and Jessie standing in the crosshairs of death with Tuco. Now Walt's schemes and telling a web of lies have finally reached home as his disappearance affects his family gravely. We see a montage of Skylar and Marie posting flyers with a sense of urgency and frustration. Even the growing tension between Skylar and Marie isn't making the situation any easier. Marie still holds on to her pride that if she continues denying that stealing that tiara was wrong and pretending that nothing ever happened, that it will all go away. Meanwhile, back at Tuco's desert compound, Walt's stupidity and Tuco's rage are now butting heads to create perfect chaos and tension.
I thought your name was Heisenberg. Walter Hartwell White.
Heisenberg is kind of a pseudonym.
Answer me one thing. Can I trust you?
Yes. Yes, absolutely.
DA hit my place of business this morning. You two haven't been talking, right?
Oh.
Oh.
Meanwhile, back at Tuco's desert compound, Walt's stupidity and Tuco's rage are now butting heads to create perfect chaos and tension. Again, they try to trick Tuco with inhaling the ricin, but Walt's stupidity in making Jessie the convincing salesman create a perfect storm that backfires.
I'll tell you something, yo. You've never tried nothing like it. Stink or no stink. One bump, you'll be flying high for days. Got a secret ingredient.
What secret ingredient?
Chili powder.
I hate chili powder. Take it easy, Theo. I will feed you. I eat first. That's the deal. I get it. Oh, you old bastard. You feed them, huh? You put them in a really nice crib in the country, and yet they gotta steal the food off your plate. Are you mad dogging them, Deal?
It's blind luck that these wannabe drug dealers are still granted another hour to live.
Why don't you trust him, Theo?
There's clearly some dementia. He's not lucid.
They do something to you, Theo. Something that you don't like.
During Walt and Jessie's hijinks, we are introduced to Tuco's uncle Hector, Tuco Salamanca. Now, Hector may not say a word, but it's Margulis's brilliant use of breathing and sharply timed range of motion and facial expressions that clearly communicate his thoughts, feelings, and suspicions. There aren't many actors who could have expressed such hate with a convincing look that Margulis portrayed. True Breaking Bad creator Vince Gilligan inserted Tio as the next best vegetable, but he is the smartest old criminal in the house.
What did you do to my deal? Bullshit! My deal is not lying!
Maybe it was. I did change the channel on his TV, but
While you were cooking, he was watching one of those telenovels, with all those ripe honeys on it. He was really into it. I told you not to change the channel, man.
The realism of Breaking Bad comes impressively in the final scene of this episode. Tuco appears to be a very big, strong man who has been snorting pure meth and seems invincible until he's shot.
we tried to poison you because you're an insane, degenerate piece of filth, and you deserve to die.
No grunts and groans of a man who appears to be invincible like most guys on crime dramas and action flicks. Here, Tuco is screaming in pain. A final shootout commences between Hank and Tuco while Walt and Jessie cower in shelter in the desert, afraid of being discovered. First exchange fills the air with enough lead to keep the other guy down. It's only when Hank relaxes himself and takes an aimed shot that the battle comes to an end. It's a powerful moment as Hank stands over the man who he has killed. It ends with Tio's bell ringing hard and pure, letting us know that the bell hasn't rung yet on the Mexican cartel. Episode 2 opens, we are introduced to a cold opening. A cold opening is introducing the audience to the beginning of the end sequences, where the viewer is getting quick glimpses of a situation without being fed much information as to what is going on. We saw a similar cold opening in The Crazy Handful of Nothing, when Walt is walking away from the bombed building. 2. This time the setting is in the desert, which now evokes an immediate sense of danger and criminality that engages the viewer. Even the long, lingering shots of any human habitation make it more deserted. It is an area that speaks of dread, where abandoned lives are lost forever. Nothing good can come from being here. 3. Nice flash cuts, close-ups, shots taken in and under the bouncing car are nicely done, providing teasers that a body may be hiding under Jessie's car. The episode titled Grilled refers to not only interrogations, mainly Tuco's questioning of Walt and Jessie and Hank's of Jessie's mother, it is also a reference to the platinum dental appliance that Tuco wears. Tuco's grill was encased in lucite and was given to actor Raymond Cruz, who portrayed Tuco Salamanca, after his last episode on the show. 2. During the shootout at Tuco's hideout, Hank and Tuco can't shoot to save their lives. Funny that they are nearly 25 feet in front of one another, yet none of them are grazed. However, when you have two individuals high on adrenaline, this is how firefights can play out. 3. Hank uses LoJack technology to track Jessie's Monte Carlo. You would think putting a tracking device on what would seem to be an inexpensive car, you would be surprised that thieves target cars that you would not think are of any value. Movies always portray high-end cars as prized possessions to be boosted, but actually, some of the primary car targets are the 1994 Honda Accord, 1995 Honda Civic, and the 1991 Toyota Camry. These cars are primarily used for the sport of street racing and are the most sought after. The reason they're targeted is because they all predate modern anti-theft technology such as microchips that prevent keys to be copied from being used to start the car. The LoJack system was invented in the 1970s by a small transceiver hidden in the car that is activated when the theft is reported. Police can then follow the silent radio signal to track and recover stolen cars.